Hello, I'm MPX Toycat, and I'm a big believer in the phrase try before you buy. I think before you make big decisions, you should be as informed as possible, and so I figured it'd be cool to show you what the Minecraft Live mobs would look like in actual Minecraft. This is courtesy of a Minecraft add-on by Stark TMA, but this is what a Sniffer would actually look like if you took the 2D sprite from the trailer and turned it into a 3D model. This is what the Rascal would look like if you took the 2D model from the trailer and made it into actual Minecraft. Wow, isn't this an interesting little guy with his cute little backpack and his little antics going on? And in fact, I can even show you what the Tuff Golem would look like if it were a real mob. Wow, isn't that impressive? It's, you know, it's showing off items and it's moving around. Honestly, this is so staggering, and I don't know how we'd ever get this in modern day Minecraft without add-ons. Obviously, I'm joking here. This is what the Tuff Golem actually looks like. Okay, do you wanna see the actual mob? Fine. Be boring that way. This is what the Tuff Golem looks like. Wow, it's so much more unique than those things I just showed you. By the way, I have no idea why there is a giant Sniffer. They seem to get bigger as they age in this add-on. I don't think that's a real thing from the actual mob, but it's absolutely horrifying to see. Also, when they die, they drop fossils, because here's a weird fact you might not have known about the Sniffer, which is clearly going to be an upcoming Minecraft mob at this point. How are they getting so much bigger? Anyway, and a fact you might not know is that if you look at the fossil and you look at the Sniffer, they look suspiciously similar. In fact, Minecraft developers have publicly commented on how this might not be a coincidence, and so an extinct mob making the sense of why there are fossils everywhere is a really cool bit of lore, one of the things you might not have known about the Sniffer if you intend to vote for it. And let's be honest, statistically speaking, if you're watching this video, you want to vote for these guys. I mean, they're giant, they're cute, they've got lots of colors. It's a really well-designed mob that people are going to vote for in their dozens. However, before you vote for the Sniffer, as the majority of people are, let's talk about what the Rascal and the Tuff Golem have going for them as well. Because you might just look at the Rascal and say, wow, I don't really need an iron pickaxe. You might just look at the Tuff Golem and say, wow, I already have one. And let's be honest, you probably already do. But let's talk about why you should consider voting for these other mobs, because right now it's a lockup. I would say with like 90% certainty, the Sniffer is going to win. Barring some huge announcement in the next few days, this is what you're going to be seeing when the Sniffer wins next week. However, if we're less cynical and instead look to the present, then you'll see that Minecraft released one final video today, and just in case you'd like to see it,
we solved the case.
3 new mobs wants to join Minecraft, just as we suspected.
Hooray! Which mobs did you find?
We found a Rascal, a playful mob that lives underground. It loves hide and seek, and will give you a prize if you find it 3 times.
We also found a Sniffer. This is its egg. Players can hatch this ancient mob and help it thrive. We also believe it has ancient knowledge to share.
Finally, we found a Tuff Golem, a work of art that wakes up.
It picks up items and goes to the spot you placed it in when it turns back into a statue.
Thank you for solving the case. Only one mystery remains. Which mob will the community vote for during Minecraft Live?
So there's not too much new information going on in this. I mean, you might have seen the Sniffer egg for the first time, or you might enjoy seeing the 3 mobs side by side. As you can see, the Tuff Golem and the Rascal are slightly shorter than the players, the Jebs and the Agneses here, whereas the Sniffer is much bigger than both of these mobs, even combined. And so if you're voting purely based on the volume of new content, the Sniffer would have to get your vote. However, there are lots of people who are going to decide in different ways, and so I figured to make this, as clear as possible to everyone, let's give you some perfectly accurate representations of the real world, explain this in a really clear way. That's right, I've got some memes. Wow, the Sniffer is actually just a turtle with moss carpet on its back that goes, yes, seeds. And the Rascal is actually just a chest with an enchantment table inside of it and says, take it or leave it. And you know it's going to be something like Efficiency 2. If it was a maxed out iron pickaxe, you could maybe start to see, wow, a maxed out iron pickaxe or some cool stuff or some storage solutions, but you know that it's probably just going to be like, hey, do you want to have an Efficiency 1 pickaxe with, I reckon you do. But then also we've got the Tuff Golem, which I absolutely love. Here's another one, by the way. This is much more simplified. If you think about it, the Rascal is just a wandering trader, but he only trades one thing, and instead of taking emeralds as payment, he wants, to play with you. The Sniffer is just a mossy turtle with seeds, and the Tuff Golem is just an iron golem, but tiny and doesn't protect you from anything. However, I think the best breakdown comes from this one right here to actually actually explain all the benefits of each of the free mobs. Rather than slandering the ones that we don't like or don't think will win, let's actually try and give you the clear breakdown of all the pros and cons of each mob. So the Tuff Golem is a new golem. This is just cool by itself. People like golems. The Snow Golem has next to no use, but people like him anyway because there's something cute about a player-created mob. It is a moving item frame. You know, we make the joke that it's just an item frame, but it can move around, which is pretty great. It is a house aesthetic. Honestly, Minecraft doesn't have much house furniture, right? I mean, you have a crafting table, your furnace, your bed, and your chests maybe, but everything after that you kind of have to make yourself, whereas a Tuff Golem is explicitly intended to go around a house. You know there'd be people using it for other things, and that is pretty cool too, but it is also a dropped item despawn preventer, 1 per golem, so you could use these just to prevent items from being lost while keeping them out of your inventory. That's potentially useful. It comes in different colors of cloaks. People love to dye the collars on their dogs so much. Why wouldn't you like that on the Tuff Golem? It's a trick question. Look how cute this little guy is with his little collar on. And yeah, it would also be a great opportunity to get revenge on the last mob vote. That is a true fact. People wanted the copper golem. We got the ally. We feel like maybe we'd be better with a copper golem. And so the Tuff Golem is an opportunity to get another golem in the game to fix that mistake. The Rascal, on the other hand, is a new, unique design of mob. Wow, there is something we've never seen before in this. We've never had to play hide and seek with a mob ever before in Minecraft. At least not intentionally, and so the Rascal is something fresh and different, and it's a cave mob only, and it would give this real life to the mineshaft in my opinion. It would be a new adventure experience, a new tool farm mechanic, and would also be helpful for speedrunners. Think about it. You're down speedrunning, you see this guy, you find him real quick, and boom, you got a pickaxe that might really help you out, or something even better. It also gives life to the caves. It can be found at a Y0, and also could save you in times of desperate need of pickaxes in the mine. This has happened to all of us at some point. You've been down there doing your stuff and your pickaxe breaks and now you're screwed because there's no wood to craft another one and oh god, what's going to happen? The Rascal could be the save for that. Actually a pretty well planned mob when you think about it. Maybe you should vote for the Rascal, or maybe you should vote for the Sniffer. You might not be realizing it, but the Sniffer gives Minecraft massive potential lore. In fact, I'm going to say not potential lore, whether the Sniffer is added or not, which it probably will be, the Sniffer is the mob as far as lore goes, because it has this weird tie into those skeleton, the fossils found around the place. You'll revive a whole species from scratch, that's pretty cool, gives you new plants, an aesthetic for the overworld, and gives underwater ruins more purpose, as well as giving us potential new good items or decorative something or other. I think it's going to be a good idea to vote for the Sniffer, and I think every single poll I've seen from any single YouTuber has over 50% of people voting for the Sniffer. The Sniffer has a clear win from the Minecraft YouTube demographic, you know, people who are engaged on social media. And so at this point, the only thing that's going to decide who wins more than that is the one key question, and that one key question is, what does the general public think? Does the general public look at the Sniffer and say exactly what all of us have been saying, like, wow, isn't that cute, and there's a plant? Or does the public look at the Rascal and say, heh, hide and seek? And I hope that maybe that is what happens here. I'm gonna be honest, the Tuff Golem feels like it might be a lost cause, but here's the great thing, you can vote for it anyway. Just because you think an idea isn't a good one, it doesn't mean you shouldn't vote for it. If you love the Tuff Golem, vote for him. If you want to go for an underdog that has a chance of taking down the big guy, vote for the Rascal. And if you just don't want to have a blue mob or a golem, you vote for the Sniffer. That's as simple as that. That is the full voting guide. You can look at the mobs all day in Minecraft or in their individual trailers again, but I think it's all going to come down to that one simple thing, that yeah, there are 3 mobs here. They're all pretty inconsequential as far as like, if they're not added, your heart won't be broken. If they are added, it'll be pretty cool 6 months to a year from now, and maybe all of these mobs could have something way better, in the same way that the Phantom brought the slow falling potion to the game, because now the Phantom drop has to do something, right? In that and also a way to repair the Elytra that was maybe negative, the Sniffer could bring a new plant to the game that has some really cool purpose, even if it's just decorative. The Rascal could bring a brand new inventory solution. They don't know what it would drop yet, so maybe they'd give it something pretty cool. And the Tuff Golem could, well, you know, he could do things, probably, and yeah, that is where I'm going to end today's video. What should you vote for? Depends on what you want from the vote. What do I think you should vote for? Honestly, it depends on whether you hate blue mobs, you hate golems, or whether you think giant turtles are pretty good. Again, if you like your mobs chubby, you know, more handles to hold or whatever, then please don't vote at all. But what I would say is that I look forward to seeing how the vote goes. Next Saturday, you can watch live along with me. I'll leave a link to the live stream down below. If you like this video, like it, maybe consider subscribing, turn on those notifications. And just a reminder that, like every year, this is going to come down more than anything else to the prevailing winds of how the community is feeling on a day, which mob looks the best on the surface, and the actual implementation is down to what Mojang does with it. They can make any one of these mobs amazing and any one of these mobs terrible, and that is something that I guess is probably a lot of pressure, actually. But that's their pressure, not my pressure. I look forward, by the way, to talking more about 1.20, learning about the rest of that update, and also, of course, I think we should talk about Minecraft and what it proves about democracy. On my stream yesterday, people said they wanted to see a ridiculously long video talking about the parallels between Minecraft democracy and real democracy. So that might happen. I hope it doesn't, but you know, if I start making a video about it, I won't be able to stop myself. So I look forward to seeing you in that and for Minecraft Live on Saturday, because I'll see you next time for now. Goodbye.